been 8 hours since the tent was set up, and so far so good. We have no drips other than some condensation. You could kind of see it here. I've got some condensation a little bit on the walls, but no obvious drips or anything like that. Nothing along the seams, holding up well. Maybe. So these are the seams. I see nothing is leaking. It's been raining all day today. The tent set up since 5 p.m. and it's 1 a.m. now. I'm most worried about the ground because it's only a 30D silnylon, but so far you see droplets forming on the outside. So it's the next morning, 8 a.m. and it's been about 15 hours. As you can see, lots of water on the outside, and it's actually quite dry on the inside. What are you doing? You little rat. Come here. This is hey, look. Come here, you little rat. You little rat. It is a 2-person and a 2 vestibule tent. It uses the poles for holding up and stakes. There are 4 doors. Each can be opened up depending on the wind conditions, and good ventilation with mesh and waterproof tub. The tent is made of the silpoly material. I believe this is a 20D silpoly material. The bottom is 30D, I believe, silnylon. Very slippery kind of material, good for waterproofing. The tent has 2 doors on the mesh doors with each zipper, so each person can get out and not disturbing the other person. And it uses the guidelines to tighten the walking sticks, walking poles. It's got guidelines to tighten it. I have extra one with for the windy conditions. It's got the dongles for rolling out the doors. There's a couple of different ways to, of course, set it up, but I'm using the stakes in this and tightening with this guideline. Alternatively, if it's really wet conditions or really windy, you could just put a stake through the D-ring itself. That way the height of this is going to be lowered. Okay. Now I also have, this one came off, a shock cord to attach to there. To stretch it, it's not connected here right now. You can see, I've got
a shock cord here at the top, 5 or 6 little spacings where you could attach things like glasses, dry your socks and whatnot. But you see all throughout is really good ventilation. If you open, especially if you open the side doors on each side, then it's a nice cross breathe here. You can see this is the new air thermarest. If I put it to the top here, we still have this much room left. So what we've done actually overnight, this night, we set up a bunch of our personal stuff here, and still had much room. I also have I've made these pockets you're gonna hang for the phone or whatnot. So I'll just show you things with the doors closed. Of course, there's different ways of attaching this. You can have your separate pegs. I prefer to use this big one. I have this big one with the nice round rings can hold on to. Okay, so the tent. It's got overlapping doors. Okay, you can see here. Nice and tight. It's got reinforced corners. You can see a different color. That's silicone. Lots of reinforcement stitching. This part here is a mistake in cutting, so I had to add a piece. That's where your doors roll up. You can see the ceiling of the seams. It doesn't look too bad actually. Oh. Nicely sealed. The reinforced corners as well here. And I use a thin webbing here. This loop I have made for attaching guyline in high wind conditions. You can tighten it. You see it tightens or let it go completely. I've added these loops so you could also put stakes like this if you really want to close it down in windy conditions. This is the second door. So we've got a connector here. The size of the vestibule, so you could see, is judging by this sleeping bag, it's pretty good. You could put your boots and you could put your backpacks. That's what we've actually had done. I could maybe show you like this. This night it was a little bit windy, not too strong, and it held beautifully, not too flappy or anything like this.